Binge the full week ad-free over at patreon.com/inspireddisorder.
What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
This is my top 5 hidden camera prank movies. The recent release of Bad Trip inspired this list, and it was fun to go back and rewatch this kind of very small genre of films and kind of explore where it's going, kind of see where it's going and where it's been. So starting off, it's going to be a mixed bag as far as what's going to be in this list. But yeah, as far as what I'm calling it, hidden camera prank shows. So these are shows that are movies that have hidden cameras in them, or you're getting and kind of pranks as well. All right, so let's move on to my top 5. My number 5 in the hidden camera prank list is the OG, but not the OG. It's the sequel to the OG. I'm talking about Jackass number 2, the second of the Jackass films. The one thing about the Jackass films, I believe, were the first to do a kind of a hidden camera type of full-length version of their show. The Jackass crew, compared to so many other of the hidden camera crews, is very interesting and very unique in that they really only play pranks on themselves. It's very rare that they have hidden cameras and they're out like pranking people on the streets. But Jackass number 2, they do. I think that compared to Jackass number 1, I think the bits are a lot funnier in this one. They have the old people going out on town with in the old people makeup, which kind of for Johnny Knoxville ended up being Bad Grandpa, which was the Jackass crew's kind of forte into blending prank shows with kind of a storyline. But yeah, Jackass 2. Jackass 2 has the bit where they do the double prank, where they all the members shave their pubic hairs off for this guy in the group to wear as a beard. He doesn't know that the makeup that they're putting on his face is pubic hair for this beard. And the prank that he thinks he's doing, he thinks he's pranking a cab driver, but the cab driver is the dude from a bunch of other stuff, and I'm blanking on it right now. So it's like that double. So he thinks he's pranking the cab driver. The cab driver is an actor, and they end up things go wrong. He ends up getting put in the trunk of a cab, and then it's played as if the cab driver shoots some of the crew, and they drive him around in circles and then let him out, and then he realizes that he's the one being pranked. But it's a hilarious bit. I did a horrible job explaining it. But yeah, Jackass 2, I think it's the funniest of the Jackass movies. I think it's definitely where they peaked. I think number 3, a lot of them are very tired and very injured and just, kind of overdoing the pranks. And I think the first one, they were still kind of new. I think that it felt more like, I don't know. Jackass 2, I just thought brought the laughs more. So that's my number 5. My number 4 in this hidden camera prank show list is Bruno, a movie that I hadn't seen until a few days ago. It is Sacha Baron Cohen doing a different character. This time he is playing Bruno, who is a fashion model guy coming to the U.S. to become famous, and is very similar in a lot of ways to the Borat films. And I really liked it. I remember trying to watch it when it first came out, and I couldn't get into it. But the second time around, I had a lot of fun and really enjoyed it, and didn't realize how much it was similar to Borat in kind of having a storyline mixed with a bunch of prank and hidden camera footage. So that's my number 4. My number 4 is Bruno. Number 3 in my top 5 hidden camera pranks movies is Borat 2, which is a movie that came out this past summer. I thought it was a hilarious follow-up to the first Borat. I was amazing that it was even able to live up to what Borat 1 lived up to. It was a great takedown of the Trump administration and all the people that support Trump, as well as other Republicans and their crazy beliefs were highlighted in this follow-up sequel of Borat, and he had the addition of his daughter, which was a hilarious addition to the overall story. So I really enjoyed Borat 2. Comes in at number 3 in the hidden camera prank movies for the Ray Taylor Show. Moving on to number 1. Moving on to number 2, I should say, is Borat. Number 1. The first Borat movie comes in at number 2. This was one of the funniest movies I had ever seen in my entire life. I saw Borat in theaters. The scene where he fights with his friend, the naked fight that pours into from their hotel room to the elevator to the conference room, the big presentation room or whatever, I don't know, ballroom. Where a convention is going on, is one of the things that I remember laughing so hard. I was in so much pain. I was hoping for the movie to stop being funny. So many quotable lines from Borat. I think it holds up a lot. It really shows kind of the under bubblings of the whole Trump of America, like where Borat 2 really highlights what happened to all of that hate and white supremacy and racism that was just kind of bubbling in part 1. Part 2 really highlighted it, but part 1, amazing scenes, just kind of really, as far as I can think, Borat was the first to kind of blend the hidden camera prank as well as like a narrative film. I believe Borat was the first to do that. Now I know his show had similar things. Or no, maybe there was that movie. I'd never watched that movie. The other Sacha Baron Cohen movie. Didn't even think about it. I don't even know if it was a movie. May have been a TV movie. So either way, coming in at number 2 is Borat, the first. My opinion, of the best. It was the funniest anyway. And my number 1 pick out of my top 5 hidden camera prank movies is the newly released Bad Trip, starring Eric Andre, Lil Rel, and Tiffany Haddish. Just a hilarious film. It's on Netflix right now. I think it blends the narrative story with the hidden camera prank aspects better than all the other ones. I think it does it better than the Borat films. I think it does it better than Bruno. I think it does it better than the Impractical Jokers tried to do a through line with their movie. Bad Grandpa, I think, is an interesting. I think this was made by the same guys that made Bad Grandpa. Bad Grandpa is more. It's not as good as Jackass 2, I would say. Is why it didn't make the list. Even though it does, play around with the more of the narrative part. But I think Jackass 2 was the funnier of the Jackass type of movies. But yeah, Bad Trip, just a fun movie. The use of the authentic reactions that you get from the people while craziness is happening, while these people are being put into a ridiculous comedy movie, just works so well as far as all of them in this genre of films. So good, so funny. I laughed out loud a lot. Maybe not as hard as I did when I first seen Borat, but I think the way it blends the hidden camera stuff and the narrative film, I think it does it the best out of all of these films. But yeah, my top 5 hidden camera prank movies are: number 5, Jackass; number 2, Number 4, Bruno. Number 3, Borat. Number 2. Number 2 is Borat number 1. And number 1 is Bad Trip. Wouldn't mind if they do a sequel to Bad Trip. Of course, some honorable mentions: the Impractical Jokers movie. You have the other Jackass films, Bad Grandpa. But that's pretty much it. I'm hard pressed to think of any more movies that blend the two. If you do know of any that you enjoy, hidden camera movies or prank films, let me know what your favorites are in the comments, because I think it's kind of a fun new genre of storytelling, new way of storytelling that really kind of brings something new to the table. I enjoyed it. So yeah, my top 5 one more time. Top 5 hidden camera prank films. Number 5, Jackass. Number 2, number 4, Bruno. Number 3, Borat. Number 2. Number 2 is Borat number 1, and number 1 is Bad Trip. Get yourself 2 free audiobooks when you go sign up with Audible through my link, inspireddisorder.com/audible. You get an additional book every month you stay with the service, but 2 free books when you sign up. Use my link, inspireddisorder.com/audible. You also get Audible Originals, guided wellness programs, news, and so much more. But get yourself 2 free books on me because you listen or watch The Ray Taylor Show by going through my link, inspireddisorder.com/audible. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on IGTV, YouTube, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Binge the full week ad-free over at patreon.com/inspireddisorder. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at inspireddisorder.com and follow the show on Instagram at Ray Taylor Show. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!